Extra.
Apparently my hair doesn't look okay. Konnichiwa and welcome. You tuned in to Kawaii-Fi Radio, the podcast we dive into the world of anime, manga, and Japanese otaku culture. I'm Kyle. With me is Kenny, and we've also dragged Emma in.
Hello.
Unwillingly.
This is apparently part of my wifely duties.
Yes, it is. This time around, we are doing a shorter episode as we focus on Makoto Shinkai's film Weathering with You.
Which I could swear we did an extra for.
we didn't, but we talked about it briefly in our first year when it came out.
We saw it in the cinemas. It was great on the big screen.
Oh, yeah.
This was pre-me.
This is pre-Emma.
Yeah.
Pre-Emma.
Yeah.
Now it's premium Emma. So it's just celebrated its 6th anniversary, which means, geez, we've been doing this for 6 and a bit years.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you are new to the podcast, welcome. You're joining in our 6th and a half year. And hello to all our regular listeners. Hope you've been keeping well.
You're joining us at a strange time. We are all very, very tired.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been the case for all of us because we've all hit 30. Or in my case, almost 40.
Yeah, so if you are new here, stop now and go listen to one of our good episodes.
Don't say that. All of our episodes are good episodes, except the first year. That we were still finding our feet. We've got a good idea for the past 4 years, I'd say. But look, if you are enjoying what we're doing and want to support us and want access to more content, including the pre-show, which is a whole podcast of stuff we do before the show. This episode's pre-show is 5 minutes because you've got a 50-minute one incoming as well.
I said a swear.
You said a swear. You kept up the quota, but we don't do the swears on the main show. But you can join us on Patreon. Plenty of content there. Details in the episode description. But we're going to get stuck straight in with Weathering with You. So Weathering with You is a film by Makoto Shinkai. He is the founder and director, and he does everything.
We could talk mostly about him, and I think that was the problem with the last time we did the whole Weathering with You thing. We mostly just talked about Makoto Shinkai and what an absolute just machine he is.
Yeah. He does.
I don't actually know a lot about him. I know he does the other films, which we'll get into. But
The short story is basically he kind of made his own anime movies with the most dodgy Apple PC sort of in his kitchen when he was first starting out. Just made his own stuff. And from then on has consecutively just made these crazy, crazy movies with practically no resources, all by himself, writing, editing, painting,
the whole lot.
music, all of it.
And this is the thing, now he's got a crew, but he still goes and helps them on every step.
Yeah, he he has practically got a whole studio to himself now.
It's called the CoMix Wave Films Studio.
It's teams of people ready at his beck and call. The man still solos everything.
have we done just an episode on him?
Oh yeah,
we did back in the day.
But yeah, so this one was came out
July 2019.
2019. This was after Your Name, which was
that was
big
his
one, which
first
put him on
big
the map.
one that went bonkers.
He'd had a couple before at Garden of Words, I
Yeah.
think. But Weathering with You was basically just his way of showing off.
Yeah, so there's a lot to cover with this, but it probably won't be a very long episode. So the runtime, 112 minutes, that's an hour 52. Genre, drama, romance, supernatural. The title is Weathering with You. In Japanese, it's Tenki no Ko, which is literally the child of weather. And it was theatrically released in conventional IMAX and 4DX theaters in Japan. I do wonder if the 4DX ones were splashing everyone with water.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just someone in the aisles with a spray.
Spray bottle, bad.
That's what we'd have here.
yeah.
I mean, we've seen the glorious efficiency of Japanese workers. I could just sort of imagine them popping up off from behind and saying,
Yeah,
just vanishing in an instant.
So it was
ninjas.
released in the United States and International in January 2020. So we obviously didn't get it till the year later. 6 months later, I should say. It grossed about $193.8 million worldwide. Excuse me. Making it the highest grossing Japanese film of 2019 and the 11th highest grossing Japanese film of all time, unadjusted for inflation. So obviously that changes here and there. It received awards. It received 4 Annie Award nominations, including Best Independent Animated Feature, which tied it with Spirited Away, Millennium Actress, and Ghost in the Shell 2.
Which is some pretty stiff competition.
Yeah, so that was for the second joint most nominations for an anime film at the Annies, behind Ghost in the Shell and then Belle, which both have 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Belle,
Yeah, right?
Well, nominations, not wins.
Okay.
So, yeah. The
Belle
film
didn't win, did it?
I don't think so. It probably won a couple of small
Good.
awards, but
Look,
nothing major. It didn't win anime.
It was
Film of the
pretty,
Year.
but not
It didn't live up to
award-worthy.
the hype.
It did not. The film won Best Animated Feature Film at the 13th Asia Pacific Screen Awards, which was actually held in Queensland.
Oh.
Which is like, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Australia represent. And
That is
anime
Australia's Florida.
Anime of the Year for Film at the 2020 Tokyo Anime Awards Festival. Also giving Best Director to Makoto Shinkai.
Oh, delightful.
So then there's a few others. The band Radwimps got the awards for the best for Outstanding Achievement in Music Award and Soundtrack Award.
Soundtrack for this movie was very good.
And then it was selected as the Japanese entry for the Best International Feature Film at the 92nd Academy Awards, but wasn't shortlisted because Hollywood are imbeciles. So yeah, that kind of covers like a bit of the background. The story, however, is interesting. So Tokyo is experiencing rain showers that seem to disrupt the usual pace of everyone living there to no end. And amidst the seemingly eternal downpour arrives the runaway high school student Hodaka Morishima, who struggles to financially support himself and ends up with a job at a small-time publisher. At the same time, the orphaned Hina Amano also strives to find work to sustain herself and her younger brother. Both fates are intertwined when Hodaka attempts to rescue Hina from a shady man and decide to run away together. And subsequently, Hodaka discovers that Hina has a strange yet astounding power, the ability to call out the sun whenever she prays for it. With Tokyo's unusual weather in mind, Hodaka sees the potential of this ability. He suggests that Hina should become a sunshine girl, someone who will clear the sky for people when they need it the most. And while things begin looking up at first, it is known that the power comes with a hefty price. So that kind of fills you in on the overall thing of it.
Which is actually funny because on a second viewing of the movie, you sort of notice that every one of the sort of like random kooks that the main character is talking to as part of his whole like little job, they're all actually telling about what's going on in the story. It just sounds like nonsense at the start.
It all makes sense.
Like one of them saying, "There's an entire ecosystem up in the clouds,"
Yeah.
and you're just like, "Huh? Okay, he's crazy." No, he's not.
Because you only saw this the first time yesterday, so...
Yeah, but I did pick up on that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
but yeah, because he was
Oh, I'm
chasing
dumb.
conspiracy theory. He was a conspiracy theorist reporter, and yeah, they were chasing Sunshine Girls. They were chasing just all these things, and I don't know. The opening kind of.
But there was also the
led
fortune
into
teller that they went to. And it turns out like all the stuff that she was saying wasn't just mystic woo-woo. It was in fact pertinent to the plot. Which is...
See, I kind
See,
of...
I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't. I have a deep mistrust of fortune tellers.
I mean, valid. I think first things first, the story's good. It is definitely targeted as a all ages kind of story, I would say. So PG definitely requires parental guidance because of some of the themes in it, but the story is very much a shonen-esque, like
It's not gonna
15
challenge.
age bracket, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. Some people will find it a little bit too straightforward. Others will enjoy the other elements of the story, like the artwork, the music, the animation style, the way the characters are, actually interact.
As Makoto Shinkai gave Sakuga to a Borgar.
He did. We'll come back
It
to
kind of
that.
feels like it could be the opening 2 episodes of a series.
It could.
And the fact that it's raining, we don't know why. This boy ran away from his island, we don't know why. He meets this random girl who has these sunshine powers.
We don't know why.
We don't know why. And then they could have gone through the entire lore process, so it could have been a lot deeper if they went to, but my issue was that it was all very surface level. Like it was just about the relationship between these two people, and it also rains a lot.
Yeah.
There is actually a bit of that in a couple of Shinkai's works where like he sets it up where, I don't know, this could be a series is what you're
Yeah.
thinking in a bunch of locations. Like, there's just a few points in Weathering With You and some of his other works where it'll start with the grandiose music and showing different shots of the city or the characters doing something. You're just like,
Is this an opening
Is this an
sequence?
opening?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would love for him to then take these one-off stories and then flesh them all out into like a really long series of either a book or a manga. That would be amazing.
It's interesting that you mention, it being very surface level, like you don't know the background story. And in an interview, Shinkai said like his storytelling perspective is never to look back, only to look forward, because it's about the story in that moment, and only the pertinent things in the story that are required will be included.
That just reminded me of Edna Mode.
Yeah.
She's like, I never look back, darling. It distracts from the now.
Which I suppose is astute. It's a style.
It's a different stylistic choice. It does leave you wanting more because you feel like there isn't as much depth as there could be. And
maybe that's just an advertising tactic he uses.
I mean, it could be, but at least he's aware of it. Like, it's not like Tenet where they were like, the sound mix is perfect. Noise is a part of sound. It's like, yeah, but it's no good if you can't hear the words.
You are
the
never
dialogue.
letting that go.
I'm never letting that go. That was the dumbest cop out I've ever heard.
But it's, at least he's doing it on purpose. He's not just like not going into the lore because it's not there. He's like, that's just not what we're talking about right now, fam.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's just the sort of like the unwritten lore was there to get the characters on the stage. It's just there to sort of get the stuff moving, and so he doesn't really go back to it, which I kind of appreciate.
I mean, like, I think he did a really good job with this. And Makoto Shinkai tends to do this with most of his films. He does a good job of creating two separate stories that then intertwine. Very similar principle to like what Love Actually did all those years ago, where it intertwined separate, disparate stories into a single overall narrative,
which is fun.
And he does the same thing in pretty much all of his films, and that's not a bad thing. It's just a stylistic choice. And
Hells, in this one, he intertwines it with his previous movie, Your Name. The two characters from that, the two main characters, they're in this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
so I've actually got some info on that. So when he was asked the reason for including the characters from Your Name, Shinkai said, personally, I wanted to see both Taki and Mitsuha again before they reconnected. So this is set before that reconnection on the train scene, which then sets them both in the film. Which
That's
makes
cute.
me wonder, like, was that the day before they reconnected? Because after that, like the events of this happened.
yeah.
Well, like, how much was it raining
Yeah, right.
in that last?
It was raining. It was raining in that scene.
Yeah.
It was heavy rain.
He's like,
Need
go
to
back
go
and watch
back.
the other ones.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure it was
that-
raining in that scene. Yeah, I could be wrong. It's been a hot minute.
that Trixie Goblin. I need to go back and rewatch Your Name now.
Yeah. Another couple of interesting things that I found is that in an interview he said, I thought, should I make my next film so that I don't anger more people after Your Name? And I didn't think Your Name angered anyone. Or should I make a movie that angers them further? And I choose the latter.
People are angry about this? People... What?
I don't know.
Because Your Name, they like didn't end up together. Not really.
I mean, they do, but it's
No,
it's
they
a
just
very,
meet at the end.
It's a
They
very
don't-
traditional Japanese storytelling sign of not giving you a finite end. Like, we see that in so much anime where they're just kind of like, and the story continues, but we're not going to show it to you.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
I
it's
don't
like-
like, but
And you can make your own ending from here.
yeah.
No, I don't want that. Tell me what to
Fanfiction
do.
authors to the rescue.
Yeah. So, like, I kind of get it. But, like, also, like, in this case, like, I like the fact that he's like, you know what? I decided I'm just going to make what I like. And that's good. I like to see it like a creator stick to that.
It's nice that he has the resources to do so.
Well,
And boy, does he have the resources.
That's the thing. Even if he didn't have the resources, like, as we know from his history, he'd probably just keep making stuff on a terrible
anyway.
laptop
Yeah.
with MS Paint.
I mean,
And it'd still be beautiful.
I would. I mean, we've been discussing this. So Makoto Shinkai seems to have built a really strong relationship with brands to feature in his film. He doesn't do the traditional product placement that we see in like Hollywood films. It is still present, but you'll notice that a lot of anime hide brands and logos, so they will not use real locations or anything.
Or it'll be Schmarschmucks.
Or McDonald's.
Yeah.
He's actually built a strong relationship with McDonald's, and he uses it as instead of like making it like a brand thing, it sets it in the world and it plays a role in the story's meet cute. So yeah,
that's the reason why the burger looked so goddamn amazing.
I was gonna say that's the best looking Big Mac I've ever seen in my life.
It's the fact that he opens the thing up and it just inflates in front of you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh my god, I want more go.
It's interesting because Japan actually have rules against false advertisement for food, so their burgers have to look like the burgers they're serving.
Which is
Well,
one-
yeah, if they're advertising it. But
Yeah. I mean, that classic anime food, right? But there's adverts for McDonald's featuring all of his film's characters over the years, especially Suzume from the 2021 film of the same name, because that was really big.
Oh yeah.
So they've been really popular and shared quite widely online. We were having a giggle at the Evangelion McDonald's ad where they had an Evangelion robot where it's got the fake smile on it. It's in Macca's colors and it's got a hat.
So
It's so bad. It's so good, but so bad.
I want to see it fight Colonel Sanders. No,
no, we need like KFC Gundam now to face off against the McDonald's Evangelion.
And
I had to say it, but I'd watch it.
I don't know, the Wendy's Godzilla kaiju.
Yeah.
Just we're making a terrible universe here, but
We are. We're ruining it for everyone.
Oh, please. This probably already exists.
You're probably right.
The internet is vast.
and terrifying.
But yeah, like reviewing this film after so long, like literally we're talking 5-6 years now. I still really enjoyed it.
That's good.
I still really enjoyed it. It's beautiful. Its pacing's quite well done. It doesn't feel like it overstays its welcome. It doesn't feel long, which is surprising considering it's almost 2 hours. And it packs a lot in.
That was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Did not feel like it.
Yeah.
See, I felt the 2 hours.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of film.
You did cover quite a lot
And
of
it-
points in it, so
It but it traveled very slowly to get to the point.
I mean, I guess so because you don't have the backgrounds of the characters, like except for Hina, no one else really has. Hina and the okay, it's just Hodaka who doesn't have history, and there's actually apparently a story around that. So Hodaka is inspired by Holden Caulfield, the character in the Catcher in the Rye film. That's the book he's got
He
on
was
the
reading,
on the ferry to Tokyo. So that's who the inspiration behind that character is, apparently.
Really?
I haven't read Catcher in the Rye, so I don't know if there's...
That's a very...
Me
I'm
neither.
not seeing it.
No.
I have read it.
Bring this closer.
Oh, thank you very much.
See, now I can actually hear you.
I have read it, and I am struggling to make that connection.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's at a stretch I can say they're both passionate people that
Curse
care.
you, Makoto Shinkai, making us learn.
Yeah, I know.
Japan doing us an educate.
Yeah, they always are. So, yeah, look, and in the movie, there's a cat sticker on the fridge at the K&A office, and that is the avatar Makoto Shinkai uses on his Twitter.
Oh.
Cute.
So, kind of little things. I think this film has aged well. Like, sure, it's only 6 years, but when you think about what's happened in those 6 years, how climate change in particular has become a lot more fore in the front, which was one of the reasons he said he was influenced for the film by, and also increased rainfall during the summer months in Tokyo, which is a direct result of climate change as well. Like they get crazy amounts of rain in summer.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So
Although, like, it is thanks to that I learned a thing about Tokyo. The place is so clean that their flood water is pure and clear. Have you seen those pictures?
not quite.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'll have to send them to you later. It's someone like posted them to me. And it's just like, wow.
Are you sure it was flood water and not processed water?
Are you sure it wasn't just those streams that they have running along?
No, but those are majestic.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have like redirected a lot of streams and rivers in Tokyo. A lot of it goes underground
Japan
and
has
stuff like
crazy amounts of water.
Yeah.
Last time we were there, I couldn't believe how much water was everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everything was green.
Yeah.
Like, especially coming from Australia and then going to Japan,
Where
you're like,
everything's dead.
this country has so much water.
Magnificent.
Yeah, and like, it's the only time in my life I've never felt bad for having a bath.
I mean, yeah, like hot springs are great.
Yeah, but they can justify bath
Yes.
culture because there's so much water in Australia we don't have a bath culture. Everyone takes showers and they tell you to take like 5-minute showers, or, you know, you have to turn off the tap while you're brushing your teeth. Like growing up, we had advertisements on TV where it was like this kid brushing his teeth and a little fish tank in the pond outside, and he left the tap running and the pond was like going down. You could see it.
I remember that one. That scarred me as a kid.
Of course it did. It was supposed to scar you into being responsible about water.
They failed.
Yeah, well.
I mean, look, we're still more responsible than we could be. Like, we could be much worse.
I suppose.
And there are people who are much worse.
I mean, do you remember them actually bringing in the sprinkler rotation days here?
I do.
So we were only allowed to, we are now actually, because they made it a permanent thing, only allowed to have your sprinklers running 2 days a week, and it's on your house number. And if you see someone else using a sprinkler off their day, you can report them and they can get in trouble.
Yes, but who would do that?
Nobody. Australia's not full of narcs.
I did it for the people behind us because they were literally watering their block
they were watering dirt
every single day for 2 weeks during the peak of summer to try and compact it. And it's like, and then you didn't start building on it for 6 months when it had already
it was going
rained.
at 10 p.m. at night and hitting the fence as well.
So I reported them and then they turned it off. Like, that's the only time I'd done it.
We also drove around and turned it off ourselves because it was
Confessions with Kyle and Amber.
I mean...
No, the confession would have been that I tried to get Carl to steal the hose as well. No.
No, we'll just settle for like being really passive aggressive. Not really.
Turns out our neighbor, the other guy's neighbor, is one of our listeners. So
no, I can tell you he definitely isn't, because he's very entitled and arrogant. He just expected us to do whatever he said.
And our listeners are humble and beautiful.
Yes.
So you're not expecting him to watch some anime?
No. Look, he wouldn't. He doesn't have time for that.
He's too busy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
going way off it. Look, I mean, not petty. We're just like annoyed with people trying to do things to our property, basically. Like, they're like, oh yeah, we'll build a 2.5-story building on your property boundary. We're like, no, we're not going to say yes to that.
No.
You're blocking our solar panels for starters, and, you know,
we're getting off track here.
Yeah, anyway.
Complaining about our house.
Anyway.
What I really wanted to see in this film was their flood tunnels.
Yeah.
I wanted like a scene where we would just see the mega structure flood tunnels they have underneath Tokyo. They're incredible.
So
they're so cool. And I was like, show me that. I want to see that. For no reason.
I reckon Shinkai didn't know about them. Because the flooding levels that we see.
Like, for all of the anime that you have set in like Tokyo and stuff like that, I'm surprised you haven't seen them used as a set piece before.
That's a good
They
point.
were in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, yeah.
Where they beat him into the ground, underground, through the trains, and then into the flood system.
That's right.
That's when we got a
Which
peep.
tells you how bloody deep those things are. God
They are.
damn.
Yeah.
And they're huge.
Yeah.
Like, insane.
It's almost, like unfathomable how huge they are. Think dwarven.
Yeah, literally like a dwarven area. Like, if for anyone who's a fan of like infrastructure YouTubers, B1M, pretty much, it's building 1M. But
You're just advertising other YouTubers though?
I am, because he does an amazing video when he goes down into them with, like, they take him down into all the flood structures and he can show you how big they are in comparison to the city. They are amazing, but he's a phenomenal YouTuber for very good reason. But yeah, like, if you want to see what we're talking about, have a look up B1M Tokyo flood system, and that'll probably be
so cool.
It's really cool.
It's crazy how they did it.
Literally, like, what's the scene in Lord of the Rings?
Moria.
Yeah.
It's like Moria.
Yeah.
It's like those massive pillars
if the
holding
columns had just runes on them, it would be Moria.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Japan to put runes on them to
do it.
Like,
I have
protect
that
them.
problem with just buildings in general around our city, is that we make such boring things when we could make such glorious looking stuff.
Yeah, you know why? I call that hashtag lowest bidder.
Yeah.
So whatever architect firm, building company says it'll cost the cheapest, that's who we go with.
And that's why we got the paper mache building for the arena.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
the
crumpled-
convention center.
it looks
as
like
well,
crumpled up paper.
The convention center is a giant sheep shed on the foreshore.
which is sinking into the earth.
It looks like a cockroach.
Yeah, it's the
The steel cockroach, yeah.
And yeah, it's just recently I got to do a walk along the newly constructed train bridge out Cannington Way. Like, view is lovely. Bridge is boring. It's got a
boring.
skate park underneath it so for all the kiddies.
Well, they haven't finished
But
it.
it's just concrete pillars when it's like,
Yeah.
you could shape that, have glorious flying black swans upon it or
Yeah.
something.
They could, but all of that's going to be parks and recreational space along the entire length.
It could be a pretty park and recreational
It will
space
be.
underneath epic pillars, and it's not.
I mean, yeah, but like this was. Can you imagine how long it would have taken them to build those and make them stable?
Yes,
Yeah.
do it.
No.
Do it anyway.
No.
There are lots of people who do all of that stuff.
I know. But like,
But yeah,
Lowest
the
bidder.
main thing is
It's just sort of like
lowest bidder.
you look at like other cities in the past. You look at like the sort of the Art Deco sort of period in New York's like retro-tastic 1940s era. And you just look at how they were making things gorgeous. Even the door hinges had like portraits on them. And you
Money.
just look at stuff now and it's dull, blank,
Yeah.
without style. There is no change
we are
in
getting
like...
way off topic again.
Oh, yeah. Tangents!
So it didn't have the flood systems in the
No,
film.
I wanted to
sucks.
see them.
Yeah. It did do a good job of featuring a lot of Tokyo, like realistic skylines and so forth. I thought I recognized some of the aerial shots. I'm like, I think we've been near that area, and we had been.
Which is a crazy thing to think. Tokyo's urban sprawl is massive.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, it was basically 2 stations north of Ueno, which we've been to on pretty much both visits. Ueno was one of our core sort of junction areas. So, yeah, it was a good location. But yeah, like it's very accurate depiction of Tokyo's urban sprawl, which is fantastic. I don't know how well he did that in Your Name. Like,
There wasn't really much... Well, a bit.
a little bit, yeah.
No, parts of Your Name you can visit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my sister and I went to the stairs.
Everyone
Oh,
does
I
the
mean the
pilgrimage
stairs,
to the
yeah.
stairs.
Yeah, but like
I'm thinking about
most
the rest of
animes
it.
and films do that now. They take actual places.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can hold it up.
Yeah, but keep in mind that Your Name was 2014.
Oh, still, they've
Yeah.
been doing this for ages.
I know. I'm just saying, I expect it now. Back then, I didn't. Like, not 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, actually.
See, it's funny. I expect it less now
Yeah.
because it'd be easier to draw from a reference of a city rather than invent an entire new one.
This is
You
true.
know?
This is true. Well, look. Either way, like this is again another film that you can go do your what do you call it, pilgrimage to, if you enjoy it. But I think.
Is there like a map for just anime pilgrimages?
Oh yeah, there's an entire travel agent in Tokyo who handles anime pilgrimages.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Shoot me a link to that later.
Really surprised you didn't make us do that.
No.
What do you mean, no? We went to like so many random ass places out in the boonies. so
Yeah, there
you
were
could
places
see
I was
things.
excited about. Like that,
Okay.
like just get. I don't trust tour guides to take me to the actual locations I want to go to.
Trouble with Kentucky.
No, I don't think Kentucky's worth it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not. It wouldn't be a Kentucky.
Oh, but like the same principle to it anyway. There are
He once met a Kentucky tour guide. He has mistrusted tour guides ever since.
I went on a
That
talk
would
deck
do
once.
it.
That was good.
There's apparently a cinema therapy YouTuber who's apparently deciding he's like therapist reacts to weathering with you. Is love selfish? Brother, like it's not that deep.
No, it is though.
It is, but like, come on.
Because a lot of his stories, I was actually talking about this to Aaron, is better to have love in a bad world than be alone in a good world.
This is true.
I dig that.
Like, the crater still hit that place, and they were in love.
I mean, yeah, the
Tokyo flooded and was decimated.
Granted,
they're in
but
love.
I don't think he could have, like, the flooding one, there was a choice to either have Summer Days again or
The girl.
spoilers, I guess, for end of the movie, or Tokyo goes.
I
But
mean, like,
for weathering for Your Name, I don't think there was a choice there.
No.
well, no, but like, wasn't she in the town or not in the town or something like that?
Yeah, but by providing the information that was required, they were able to save a lot more people.
Further
Yeah.
spoilers.
So,
But
yeah.
then they were split.
Yeah.
So in that one, they decided to save the town and not love. And in this one, screw the town, love.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess so. Like, they kind of did specify as well. Like, it was kind of like alluded to with the old lady. That's like, well, it was going to happen anyway. Like, that was the way she viewed it. Like, it's the cycles of the planet. And this is obviously a commentary on global warming. You can't fix global warming with magic.
But she also said every town used to have a sunshine girl, and they would be sacrificed
Yeah.
for the weather.
Yeah.
So it was just Tokyo's turn
Yeah.
to sacrifice their sunshine girl. That's what I
Osaka
got
will
from
be
it.
next.
But I mean, the way I see it is that, like, that part of the story is kind of a bit loose, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the law.
That's the
That they could-
mythologizing, yeah.
Deep
Like,
dive into.
Serialize, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they just touched on that top layer.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, look, it is what it is. But I think for the type of film it is, that's probably thinking a bit too deep on it, like that part. I think it is just literally, it's the, do you love them?
I don't know. I kind of
Yeah,
want them
it's-
to think a bit too more on that because, at the end you see some of the mythological critters.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that.
I mean,
That
yeah.
was cool.
Yeah. Look, it was interesting, and like they played well into it, but it is very much like Weathering with You is more supernatural and not spirited away. Your Name is very much more sci-fi. Like they're very kind of different approaches to the storytelling.
See, now I'm just wondering, like, where's the part, like, was that the part that was supposed to upset more people by Shinkai?
That he went supernatural.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you look at all the Ghibli films where they use like the idea of traditional spirits that inhabit the land. And this is technically the same sort of principle, just applied in a different way. Like they might not inhabit the land, but they are the gods of the weather, if you will.
Actually, there was another one. That wasn't Ghibli. I think it was another Shinkai. Children Who Chase Lost Voices or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've watched that.
I don't know that one.
We might have to do a watch later. Next extra.
Lost
Oh, hey, that can be
Voices.
the next episode.
No. The Children Who Chase Lost Voices, 2011, also known as The Journey to
Agatha.
Agatha. It was Makoto Shinkai, yeah.
Hey!
There you go. Good pull.
I recognize his work.
Yeah, that was...
Mostly, I
It is
recognize how he
very-
draws cats.
It Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all right.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, every creator has their own tell. Like, there's some draw ears different ways. Apparently, that's one way you can tell mangaka apart. Like, depending on, they will all, even if they're working on someone else's manga, you can tell if they've drawn something because the ear will be different.
And I mean,
So
you can tell a Ghibli film a mile away. Even when I almost called him Makoto Shinkai, dear gods. No, even when Miyazaki was not working for Studio Ghibli, when he was working on Castle of Cagliostro,
Yeah, the Lupin film.
you
Yeah,
recognize his style.
His style is so distinctive that
Singular.
they can create a recognizable AI model on it.
Don't say that.
Yeah, but they can. So the point is, his consistency is so like strong and prevalent
Yeah.
that they can then create something that creates faked versions of it, which people then recognize as the original creator's work,
Which
is impressive.
Impressive, but also I hate AI.
Well, yeah,
I hate
yeah.
it.
We all
Anyway,
hate AI.
anyway, so I think we also should point out that the dub for this is pretty good.
Not bad.
All things considered, like, you've got a lot of good people: Alison Brie, Lee Pace, Ashley Boetcher, Brandon Engman, Mike Pollock. There's a lot
recognize,
of
like one of those names.
Yeah, I was like, Lee Pace.
Yeah, Alison Brie did Natsume, the niece. Who I was saying the niece kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
You recognize her?
She has a face.
Yeah, yes, she does.
Who?
So, Alison Brie.
What else she do?
So she's been in BoJack Horseman as Diana. She was in Glow, 5-Year Engagement, Lego film series, Scream 4.
She almost consistently has a career.
Promising Young Woman. So from 2020.
I think that's where I recognize her from.
Spin Me Round and Somebody I Used to Know. But yeah, like she's done a lot. She's not just a voice actress; she's also a performer.
Actress.
Actor, actress. Yeah, depending on who you talk to. I like just actor. Everyone's an actor. But
I think we can.
Her character Natsume reminds me of. I had the name and now it's gone.
Yeah, Evangelion girl.
Yeah, Misato from Evangelion. Very similar vibe during that chaotic chase.
That was cool.
So, like, I appreciate that, and I hope...
Loved the CGI in that scene. Like,
that was done really well.
You could practically not tell.
Well, this is the thing as well. Like, this film does use CGI and hand-drawn elements. You cannot tell. Like, well, I mean, you can, but it's so well done.
I was like, you can tell, but you don't mind.
It's
because
not
it's
done
done well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look computery. They've like CG animated it so it looks animated-y.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything that Studio Go hands have done.
Yeah,
so,
it's like there's a sort of the difference. Relying on CGI for your films is not the way to go. You use CGI to do the stuff you ordinarily couldn't do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or to help with, animating spaces that would be difficult otherwise in a traditional sense. But yeah.
Yeah, which you did. Like a lot of buildings and stuff were.
Oh, there's just that bit at the start where they come up to the shrine where this all started, and then they do a whole a full panorama around the city.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like those sort of scenes are going to be very hard to animate manually. I mean, he might have done them.
Could be done.
It could be done.
But
the new latest season of Dun 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 have shown us that it can be done.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it doesn't really matter in this film because it's done so well anyway.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, look, it's even after 5-6 years, it's still a great film.
Holds up.
It's not going to like blow your mind out of the water. Like it's not going to be.
Unless you see it on a big screen.
I mean, if you see it in the cinema, it might still be pretty impactful.
I mean, there were a couple of points where I made you go back because I just wanted to see them again.
Yeah.
Because they were so incredibly beautiful.
The burger.
Not the burger. No, she had like crystals hanging in her house, and you could see the crystals and all the light refracting. And then from that scene, you saw the light refracting onto him. That was
really well done.
Incredibly well done.
It's just a tiny detail that
So
anyone could
beautiful.
miss,
Yeah.
and it was
it was like 2 frames.
Yeah. It was a little bit more, but yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, like
no, there was a bit like that at like in the third act as well, where the boss is sort of like passed out drunk on his bar top, and yeah, same thing. There is light coming through like some glass from a source somewhere, shining on his arm, and it's just like,
Yeah.
See, Makoto likes to play with water and light. We see that in every single one of his films. Like Suzume, prime example. Look at how much water is in that film. Also makes me wonder if Suzume is actually a continuation of Weathering with You in the same universe, seeing as the world's been a disaster. There's plenty of places that are flooded.
I don't think I've seen Suzume.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys went and saw it without me.
I think we have
That's
to
the one with
because
the
it was
door,
the
right?
deadline. Yeah.
Yeah.
that is the one with Cherkun, yes.
Guess we'll just have to watch it. Oh no, such a shame. But yeah, look, if you're interested, if you like Your Name, if you like Suzume, check out Weathering with You. It's not, for some reason, it's not his most well received film. Probably because of all the people who don't believe in climate change, or flat earthers. But
I just don't think the story holds up.
Yeah.
Compared to the other stories, I just
Not as strong.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they've been running a long time, like through Tokyo, and this kid just happened to find a gun that he kept for like
The lulls.
ages and ages he kept that gun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? You're 16 and you found a gun.
This is
and
my good
why?
luck gun.
Yeah, like, and I couldn't gauge the timeline. Like, it felt like it should have been years that spent in that, because he's like, oh, and now my life is this. And it's like, oh, over what, like 2 days, 3 days, 8 weeks? Like,
yeah, I mean, like the whole story, I think, spread over about 2.5 months. So 10 weeks.
Yeah, it felt way longer than that.
It does,
like
doesn't it?
Yeah.
But when you think about it, when you're young, it does feel longer. Like, your perception of time is obviously different. Like it's the whole...
I understand that.
Yeah.
But as the viewer, it's communicated otherwise, that it's a longer time frame.
Yeah, in thinking about it, I'm not sure I could say how long I decided that it was. Like...
Yeah, because it went from like a montage of him struggling, being a no one and all this stuff, to taking over all these jobs, going on to all these jobs. He does this now, he does this now, he does this now. And it's like, that's like a build up over several weeks.
Yeah.
But then he is 16 at the end of the film as well.
Yeah.
Well, not at the end, but...
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, so
Right.
I don't know. I couldn't get the timeline, and then...
Oh, okay. I didn't struggle with the timeline because and maybe it's because I know what to look for in Makoto's films, because you see his book and it's like, oh, he's been in Tokyo for 4 days and he's running out of money, because you can see the dates written in his book. And you're like, okay, there's 4 entries there. Yeah. And then it was like, okay, so he then goes to see that guy. He's like, here's what my life is like. You see about 3 different sequences in that day where it's nighttime. So you're like, okay, at least a few days have passed. He's gone out to a couple of things that'd have to be during business time. So it's got to be, maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah. But the whole thing is set over a couple of months, which is 8 weeks. So I don't know. I just got lost in the timeline. And yeah, the fact that he had a gun with him for 8 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a bit...
and that relied on so much of the story. Him having that gun was really pushed a lot of the conflict in the story. And I just felt like that was a very weak... Because he had so much to work with as well. The whole weather thing, the sun girl thing. Like, people could have been hunting her. People would have hunted her if they found out that she was real. People would hunt her down and steal her, human traffic her. Like, that's something that would actually happen.
I feel like they got rid of that quickly because everyone, even the people who were present and saw her ability, hand waved it and rationalized it, which a lot of people do for dumb, weird stuff.
This is true.
She did too many gigs though.
But yeah, and that's why they closed
caught her
the
on
business.
TV.
Yeah, and that's why they closed it down.
But do you really think that would stop people if it had been
wouldn't.
raining for that long? It's just that I think
at least
there were more avenues.
Not in Australia or the US or the UK, but in Japan, I feel like it's the odds are lower, but not zero. Obviously.
At least 2 cults would have been started around her.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
At least 2.
But
3.
yeah, I just felt like the gun narrative, which was the main conflict of all things, and the fact that his parents have filed a missing persons report and he's run away, but we don't know why. But it obviously wasn't something bad. He just ran away because, I don't know, he felt like it.
There's hints of it when he's on the boat at the start. He's covered in bandages and he's all scratched up. So
he got bullied?
He was in some trouble.
What I do know that from the Makoto Shinkai interview about it, he said, I just thought that his origin was boring, so I didn't include it.
Yeah, but like if he turns up there and he doesn't have a student ID and he doesn't have anything, that means obviously his parents don't know he ran away. Sure. And if he was beaten up by his parents, then his parents wouldn't care if he was gone.
I don't think it was his parents beating him up.
So yeah, so if it was bullying, then...
I don't think it was that either. I think it was him chasing that light on, which we saw in that flashback at the end. So chasing the light on it, and he's talking about, I saw the light disappear over because it was always raining on the island, and I'm pretty sure he stacked it on the bike in that scene.
Yeah, so that would make sense, but they didn't make that clear enough for me. If he was chasing the light, and then she was the light that he found, that would be a nice, but it wasn't clear enough. So all of this to say, I understand why it was not as well received. Yeah. And highly rated as everything else, because the thing that I enjoyed the most was how beautiful it was. I don't give two rats about anything else happening in that story. And I enjoyed the fact that Your Name guy was there.
And Your Name girl.
She was partially there.
She was in the shop.
There. Yeah, but she wasn't.
She was
as
like
prominent
half
as him.
obscured for
Yeah,
her
exactly.
whole-
Like on purpose. They put her behind a sign, kind of thing, on purpose. But yeah, so I understand why it's not as hype as the other
that
ones.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Suzume is definitely a better film than this. I think I can say that. So, but like obviously you haven't seen this, you can't.
Yeah.
So now you can't contradict me.
Yes, I can. I'm your wife.
Damn. But look,
It's the rules.
it is.
Thank
Yeah. Look, it's a good film. Is it Makoto Shinkai's best film? No. Is it his worst film? Absolutely not. Is it
Does
worth?
it have a worse film?
That's debatable.
Next time on Kawaii-Fi.
Makoto Shinkai's worst film. You're like, wow, it's actually really good. Damn. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like saying what's the worst Ghibli. They're all fantastic.
This was
Yeah.
the cheapest animation he did way back in high school.
But like, yeah, I don't think it's a bad film
It's not a bad
fundamentally.
film, no.
But as you said, like comparative to other stories, the storytelling is more simple and it does skip some steps. Kind of like we
Yeah.
saw, to be honest, kind of like we saw with Belle. Belle skipped a lot of steps in its storytelling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This didn't skip as many, but it's the same problem. And that's, potentially he saw that, and that's why Suzume is better established. But yeah, I still think it's worth your time watching it if you haven't seen it. And if you want to just do a Makoto Shinkai binge, like, well, you've got plenty of options to go from for it. I'm pretty sure, so this one did have a home media release. I'm pretty sure we can watch it on digital, on...
That's the thing. I struggle to think of anyone that's animated Rain just as pretty as he has.
Oh, I don't think anyone else has really done such a good job, at least not in that art style, at least.
It's so good.
So yeah, it's hard to compete with, but I think it's on, depending on your area, it is on Netflix in some areas, it's on Apple TV in others, and according to Flix, you can stream it on Prime Video and YouTube. No, those are all to rent or buy. Why would you do that? It's streaming somewhere, but no one wants to tell us, so that's really disappointing.
So good luck.
Good luck. Look, otherwise,
Treasure
just
hunting.
rent it online. If you do want to rent or buy it, it's $5 on most of the platforms.
That's like price of a coffee.
No, it's $5 to rent it. It's $20 to buy it.
Would you give up a coffee to watch a movie?
Hang on, watch for free. Where's that? It's
in
not
my own
available
home?
for free.
Depends what movie.
Really?
I mean, I have a favorite movie and I have like rented it several times because I was like, I'm not going to watch this again. I'll just rent it. And I was like, oh no. And I'm like, I'm not going to watch this again. And I rented
just rent
again
it.
and I was like, just buy the film.
I actually recently shared favorite movie with Tifa.
Yeah.
And that is for free on YouTube illegally.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I recently shared a film with Tifa, and that's on Patreon content only. So if you want to know,
Oh, come on, no.
Look, either way, wherever you decide to find it, whether it's on physical or digital, it's worth your time, we still believe, after all this time. It's beautiful. It's, it will leave you with a sense of wonder at how someone can draw that. So, yeah, we'll be right back.
Kawaii-Fi Radio.
That's where we're going to leave things this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Next time, it's another surprise. Good luck. Find out then. You'll have to tune in to find out what we're actually talking about. Look, it's been a pretty busy couple of weeks for us. So if you have enjoyed what you've heard, hit that subscribe button. If this episode, the subscribe button, has a Sunshine Girl hidden behind it, you cannot sacrifice them, and it is your job to find them.
Sacrifice it.
in Australia, you're not allowed to do that. We need the rain.
We do need the rain. You know,
Toss her in a volcano.
do we have too many Sunshine Girls? Is that what it is?
Purge the Sunshine Girls. Into the volcano they go.
If you're listening on YouTube, drop a like and let us know your thoughts on the film in the comments section. Like, as I said, I do love the film. I am aware of its flaws, and Emma reminded me of them.
What?
The flaws of the film.
It has
I
epic
always
logo.
will remind you of the flaws.
Yay! Best wife. Also, YouTube edition of the podcast, so you're probably watching it there, with dedicated videos on the channel. Links in the episode description if you're just listening. As always, big thanks to our Patreon members. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to stuff, links are in the description. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do next time. That's
Lost Voices.
another video in a row. Like, Phil.
Sure, we think of something.
We always do. We've got 2 weeks. Plenty of time. Watch as we scramble at the last minute. So that's where we're going to leave it for this time. You've been listening to Kawaii-Fi Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next time,
Into
watch
the
some
volcano
anime!
Volcano.
Yes! Sacrifice the Sunshine Girls.
Oh no.